mentioned those organizations because if you're looking to solve a global problem from a local perspective, or you are looking to, yeah, that's literally the word, solve a global problem from a local perspective, you definitely should be joining those organizations. You should join ISEC, you should join JCI, you should join Enactors, and whatever such organization there is. Now, one is to pick a global problem you are passionate about. Guess what? There are like thousands and thousands of global problems. I mean, who would have thought that chess can solve a global problem? Nobody, right? Who would have thought that today, how many of us watch basketball? Okay, so you get the reference. Who would have thought that today, women basketball will actually be selling out stadiums more than male basketball? WNBA started like a month ago, and the attendances have beat every attendance that existed in the NBA in the last decade. If you followed basketball journey, you will know that that is literally a miracle, right? So there are thousands and thousands of global problems. Just pick one. In fact, I'm giving you all an assignment. After this conference, go and read all the SDG. Now, don't just read SDG 1. Read SDG 1. You will see 1A, A1, A2, A3. B, B1, B2, B3. So, for example, instead of saying, I'm talking about SDG 5. If you know the things under SDG 5, and you can just pick one of these 27 problems under SDG 5 and say, this is what I'm going to focus on. Now, you've picked your problem, right? Think about scalable solutions. What do you want to do? Do you want to, from your corner, educate people about finance, for instance? So, right now in Nigeria, we are concerned about survival. And how much is spaghetti now? You don't have time to even. It's also still going to go into that. But think of one solution and say, all I'm going to do about SDG 4, for instance, is I'm going to write one blog for people to know what SDG 5 is, the problems of the SDG 5, the solutions that exist around us, the problems that exist in our community, the potential solution. If you choose to write one blog post per month, I can map out a 12-month calendar for you about any SDG from 1 to 17. Next is explore partnerships and collaborations. So, is this something you want to do alone? Is this something you want to execute with someone? Do you want to execute with a team of, amazing people that share your ideas? And how do you sell these things to them so that you're not overwhelmed, when you start the journey? The next is build your own community or tribe. This room now, if someone wants to start a CL7 club, do you know how many people will sign up? Start an MSC club. Do you know how many? Ideas that I don't think about before coming on stage, right? That is waiting for you, to say, hi, I want to do this, and then they're on board. And the exciting thing about being a frontliner is that you have the initial, there's a terminology for it, but like you have the first push, and then you have to because you made the first move. And then this point is very important. Tell your story and share your work. There's a way that, so just one of my friends, he got stagflation, so he's trying to readjust his CV because he has to get a job in the UK before he goes to the UK. And editing his CV, so I helped him with the edit and all that. And when we were done, because I was asking him questions, and I looked at the Nigerian CV that has been used to get jobs in Nigeria, by the way. And I look at the UK CV, and I saw a huge gap. And I think that Nigerians generally have a storytelling problem, and the reason is not far-fetched. It's sociocultural. How many of us know this Yoruba proverb? First, how many of us are not Yoruba before I say the proverb? Okay, great. So I will interpret for you. So my Yoruba people, how many of us know see issue any bata? Right. So we were taught that. So the translation is when your yam is, when the scent of of the yam you are making, is flying about, you cover it. The whole idea is so that your neighbor does not peek into it, or someone is not getting offended because you are frying yams. So we were taught with a culture of silence, to be silent about our stories, to be silent about our sources. But guess what? It's 2024. It's not just, it is the man that is diligent that the king sees, or the king's hear about, that stands before the king. I say that again. It's not just the diligent man, but now, it's not just the diligent man. Because it's the diligent man that the king sees or hears stand before the king. So think about it and think. I was supposed to have some decided not to promote my famous promise. Uh, what you sure. So actually, have a very nice picture of you on my slide. So please follow the petition if you're interested in fashion. Slide. Yeah. Because what I want you to take away, so many important things. One is that as a business, you can share your vision and find people that are carrier of your visions. One of the slides I wanted to present was just logo of companies that you guys are familiar with, and I wanted you guys to name those companies. Right? That's my takeaway for you as a business. And as a person, my takeaway for you is to pick. The topic I'm most interested in right now is the gap about uh, African stories. In fact, they do not understand our story like parity. Under gender wage parity, I'm going to pick gender wage parity as it relates to sports. Under that, I'm going to focus on football and basketball. And I'm going to tell stories and create awareness that will make people interested. Know that this problem will exist and be interested in investing. How will you start solving that problem? But more importantly, how will you create a culture of belonging around that problem so that all of us